It started with laughter. Not the kind you hear at a birthday party or on the other end of the phone with someone who missed you, but that rough, careless laughter that bounces around a break room and leaves a sting behind, a joke that's already worn out its welcome. Except the people telling it don't care because for them, it's still funny if you're not the punchline. Precinct 9, break room, end of shift. The table is crowded with uniforms, tired eyes, coffee mugs with chipped handles, and these same old stories about guys in hoodies wandering the warehouse district, looking, supposedly, for trouble or maybe just looking to get by. But for the officers at that table, every hoodie meant one thing, and none of it was good. Someone throws out, "I swear, these people think they're invisible in a hoodie, like we don't notice," and the room explodes again. Knuckles hitting the table, someone wheezing, a week's worth of stress poured out as ridicule. In the corner, stirring his coffee with a plastic stick, is Malik Bryant. Black, early 30s, quiet, too quiet for some, but not quiet enough to vanish. Hoodie under his jacket, same as every day. They call him the rookie, even though nobody remembers how long he's been here, just that he keeps his head down, never argues, never bites back. "Yo, Malik, hoodie guy, your cousin or something," one of them says, half grin, all edge. He smiles, just enough. Doesn't respond, not really. "You know what I mean?" That's the pattern. He never does. That's when the real storm walks in, woman in a gray blazer, eyes sharp as broken glass, file folder clutched tight, voice slicing straight through the noise. No one leaves after shift. Internal Affairs is conducting an urgent review. There's been a breach. A federal agent is embedded in this department. For a second, it's dead silent. Jokes freeze. Coffee halfway to lips. Someone tries to laugh it off. They think someone hears FBI? Good luck. We're clean. Malik stands up, slow, chair legs scraping tile. And for the first time, he looks around the room with a gaze that's not angry, not vengeful, just clear, precise, and full of something they've never seen in him before. "You don't need to look far," he says, voice steady. "I'm the one you're looking for." Silence. Then chaos, cursing, a cup falls, disbelief splattering across faces like spilled coffee. "You're kidding, right?" But Malik doesn't flinch. He just pulls a small device out of his hoodie, sets it on the table. The screen flashes. FBI Operations Log 9A. Active recording. All those jokes about hoodies. Turns out the punchline was sitting right there the whole time. The woman in the gray blazer, now she's smiling, just barely. "We're ready to proceed," Malik says. That was the day Precinct 9 flipped inside out. For Malik, though, it started the first time they laughed at his hoodie, not knowing it was hiding the guy sent to watch them all. You want to know what Precinct 9 looks like? Think red brick buildings, chain-link fences, murals of Lady Justice half covered in graffiti, and sirens that rise and fall so often you stop noticing unless you're on the wrong end of them. Inside, rules bend, loyalty's currency, and silence is safer than truth. Malik walks in on day one with a blank file and a federal directive. Get close, stay quiet, document everything. They call him Quiet Guy, Rookie, sometimes Hoodie Boy. He lets them. He laughs at their jokes, follows their orders, and listens hardest when they think he isn't. See, Malik grew up in the Bronx, raised by a mother who taught him, be invisible when they expect noise and be sharpest when they expect dull. That got him through Quantico. It also got him to this dump. Complaints stacked up against the squad for years, excessive force, racial profiling, resisting arrest, injuries that looked more like beatings. But every file hit a wall and vanished until someone upstairs got tired of excuses and sent Malik in undercover. New guy, no ties, the kind of man nobody questions because they're too busy watching their own backs. He blends in. He notices everything. Patrols run heavier through black neighborhoods, no matter the call logs. Text chains full of memes mocking arrestees. Jokes about planting a little help if someone gets mouthy. Malik documents it all, every shift, every protocol skipped. The hardest part isn't collecting evidence. It's holding still while it happens. One night, 2 officers stop a 15-year-old black kid walking home in the rain. "Why's your hoodie up?" they ask. "Because it's raining," the kid says. They make him sit on the curb for 30 minutes. No charges, just a warning. "Don't act suspicious next time." The kid nods, walks away a little smaller than before. Malik watches, fists clenched in his pockets. He can't intervene, not yet, so he writes it down. Page 137, field notes. The weeks drag, and the pressure rises. Sergeant barks out quotas. 10 arrests this week, no excuses. Suddenly, the team starts looking for easy targets. A homeless black veteran behind the gas station. We plant. We pick him up. We process. Done by lunch. They joke he won't remember in the morning. Malik says, that doesn't feel clean. And they just laugh. Welcome to the game, rookie. He nods, asks harmless questions, leaves the room. They don't know the seam in his hoodie is a microphone, and every dirty word is already backed up to a federal server before their shift even starts. When he tries to send his report, it vanishes. Tampered with. Someone higher up knows. A burner phone slips him a message. Leave or go silent. Now the walls have ears. He stays late, notices the captain's door open, complaints marked, unfounded, in red ink, most involving the same officers and black suspects. It's not just a few bad apples. It's a system protecting its own rot. Friday night, he's assigned warehouse duty with 3 others. They split up, but Malik's route doesn't make sense. He's sent down the alley alone. Then the radio cracks. Subject in hoodie, possibly armed. That's the clearance you call in when you want an excuse to shoot. Malik steps out, hands raised. Officer Bryant, 9th Precinct. Who's on the channel? No answer. Footsteps pound. An officer rounds the corner, gun drawn, eyes wild. Drop it. Malik shouts, I'm on your team. The gun stays up. That's when Malik knows this isn't a mistake. It's a setup. A new voice comes through, calm, female, command sharp as glass, stand down. We have eyes on you. Back up. It's the FBI surveillance from a rooftop van. The officer lowers his weapon, shaking. Malik passes him, voice low, you just pointed a gun at the only person in this department trying to clean it up. After that night, Malik doesn't go back. His badge, his nameplate, his locker gone by morning. The department thinks they lost a rookie. What they lost was their cover. The bureau's got everything now. Audio, video, documents. Malik's evidence is airtight, but he doesn't want a flashy takedown. He wants the truth to stick. So the FBI calls an all-hands wellness briefing. No chairs, blank screen. The first audio plays, a joke about planting evidence. Then another, about missing body cam footage. The room goes stiff. Is this real? Someone whispers. That's when Malik walks in, hoodie zipped up over a blazer. You remember the guy in the hoodie you joked about, he says. You looked him in the face every day. He wrote the report that's about to change everything. The screen flashes DOJ insignia, a list of pending charges, investigations, and civil rights violations. Some officers shift in panic, some in denial. You tricked us. Someone yells. Malik's voice stays calm. No. You exposed yourselves. I just pressed record. By nightfall, 2 officers are on leave, 1 resigns, the captain is escorted out, Malik's nowhere to be found. His job was never about revenge. It was about pulling back the curtain so everyone could see. Days later, civil rights lawyers ask, did it ever feel personal? Malik says, no, it felt necessary. Because when you grow up seeing people judge for a hoodie, when you live long enough to see it used as a shield, and when you wear it long enough to hide the truth inside, exposing what's under it isn't revenge. It's justice, with a zipper. Weeks pass. Precinct 9 becomes a symbol, disgrace to some, hope to others. New oversight rolls out. Lawsuits fly. For the first time in years, the community packs a city council meeting. People aren't just angry, they're awake. But Malik? He's gone, back to the Bronx, hood up, walking cracked pavement like he always did. Nothing's really changed, except now when he passes a group of teenagers, one says, you that dude from the video? The one with the hoodie? My brother said you made them eat their own lies. Malik smiles. Tell your brother to keep his hoodie on, just know what's underneath matters more. He walks on, past the noise, past the places he thought would never change. Maybe they won't. Maybe that's not the point. Because sometimes justice doesn't look like a courtroom or a headline. Sometimes it looks like a kid in a hoodie realizing he's not invisible, or a man who was overlooked proving the world was watching the whole time. Malik Bryant didn't show up to be a hero. He came to remind the system that people are paying attention, even when they're supposed to disappear. And maybe, just maybe, next time someone sees a black man in a hoodie, they'll think twice, because you never know what kind of truth or badge might be underneath. So, let's talk about it. Where do you draw the line between silence and speaking out? When is enough truly enough? Drop your thoughts below. What does justice look like where you live? And who's still invisible, waiting to be seen?